Negative, welcome to
Hi.
Dyson Dynamics. I'm your friend, your frozen infinite fish, and this is our demon. It is Jason. This is the Dyson Dynamics where we take Watson modules and make it better. This is Descent into Avernus, which is about capitalism and the military-industrial complex and women.
Insert opinions about WotC modules here redacted. Anyways, last we left our heroes, they had, courtesy of Zariel, spent some time back on the Prime Material in preparation for going a little further back in time and to a far stranger place via Mordenkainen, the archmage and chronomancer who has been assisting them in their quest for the Sword of Zariel, with which they intend to free the city of Elturel and its people damned by the Creed Resolute. And that is where we will pick back up, in and around the area of the Tower of on the first layer of the Hells of Avernus, with the impending travel back to look for the central piece of the famed artifact, the Rod of Seven Parts. Over to you guys.
And we were told that we are going to. Wait, were we told where we're going yet? I can't remember whether or not that was a thing. Oh,
Yes,
you're.
yes, there was. Mordenkainen provided some context about where he's sending you, and why, specifically that he's sending you to Orth, and that the time period where he would be sending you is about 700 years in the past, or at least 700 years in the past of Oerth's present, because time be timey-wimey, and it is a completely different planet than you all are from. So, as far as that goes, he also did provide some context as well about a device he'll be sending you with that will allow you to control pockets of time while back in time itself, called a mechanical guide. Um, so yes, you do have a little bit of that context.
Okay. Is there anything else we should know before we go to this place? Do you think, Margie? Are we in the same room as Mordenkainen?
Uh, Certainly can be. Mordenkainen this morning is tending to that area worked by the Modrons underneath the large sphere, um, that sort of serves as the central means in which Mordenkainen is sending you through time and space. And he'll look up from the dials on one of the consoles there and say, I'm sorry, what?
Like, you gave us the basics about the time and the place and
Yes.
what do you know the environment that we're going to be going into?
It would, uh, I would say, uh, sort of Everglade like, swampish, I would expect,
Oh,
in and around that area. Quite different than here. Um,
I just got used to a dry heat.
yes. Um, yeah. Not much I can do about that.
Okay, so Everglade, do we know what the shape or like whatever it is that we're looking for, what it looks like?
Right. I have diagrams.
Oh, great.
Stay here. Get yourself ready, prepared. Give me a moment, and he will sort of step off into one of the hallways that feeds into the central chamber of the Tower of leaving you all there with Modron's clicky clacking on buttons and flippy flapping some switches.
I love how I'm not going with you guys on this, so I get to go unionize the Modrons more.
I was going to say it's very surreal to see Margie working on, just stuff in general.
Can we say like Mordenkainen? Because you keep saying Morty, and I keep getting a spike.
Honestly, I thought Savon was saying Marty. I got confused.
I think that's why I'm being asked to say Mordenkainen.
Yeah, I'll get used to it. Maybe not right now.
That's fair.
What's wrong with Morty? We're joking.
You can probably say it because your accent's different, but when I say it, kind of sounds like Marty.
Ah, I see. Well,
Wait, is Rhea gonna come with us this time? I
Uh,
don't know if Earth has a moon or whatever. Also, Martin, can you fix the static coming through?
Jason, your mic.
On that.
yeah, thinking of, do y'all want me to go? Us to go?
Well, I think it might be actually good for you to get out of a place that's hell. Don't know if. Well, I'll be honest, I don't know anything about where we're going, but you'll be able to see green.
That does sound delightful.
All right, I have here the diagram, and he will slap down a very old, very delicate, very dusty looking scroll and sort of grab onto both sides of it and open it. And in the center of a vast array of arcane diagrams, glyphs, etc., is exactly as described a rod um, that seems to be broken up by lines jutting from various glyphs and things like that, broken into 7 parts. And he will um, sort of push aside, to best of his ability, this fixed static image. He'll sort of push aside, and there is a central portion of the rod that kind of looks like a spool. You can tell it's intended to be a handle or hand grip, and sort of jutting off either end of it is almost like a place where you can kind of
Like a corncob handle.
yeah, like you can nestle the two sides of the rod that are on either side of the handle, and he will say, "This part right here should be what you need. That will get you past the scab in time, so we can see, or you can see, where the sword that you're looking for is." Um, it should be fairly easy to find. This is the mechanical guide I've already walked you through. Twist one way, twist the other. Yes? You're following?
Yes. Following.
Okay. Have you any questions?
Will we need any special equipment? Is the air breathable on this planet?
Oh, of course. Why would I? Why would I? Do
I
you think I would
don't
just
know.
send you into a vacuum?
Maybe.
Maybe
mean,
the air there. Maybe the air there is just built different.
I mean, to be fair, we don't care.
Yeah, they don't have to breathe.
We don't. It's nice. Actually, no, it's not. It's very weird.
Yes, perfectly breathable. There are other humanoids there, much in the same way that there are infernally influenced individuals from your reality, and he'll motion at Jeremina. There are infernally affected people in this reality. There are those affected by the Fae. It should be none too different than your own reality. It's much the same.
Okay, I'm just making sure. All right. Fuck, I bet their dialects are different too. Yeah, I suppose I got nothing else.
Good news is, if I was sending you 700 years into the past on your own planet, the dialects would also be different. So, none too much to worry about there. Prepare comprehend languages or something. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Question.
I
Since
don't
this is a
have
different
that. I'm a grave cleric. I don't have that.
question.
Yes.
Since we are going to a different planet, it has been I've been we've been informed from the others that we have to worry about time breaks. Is that going to matter here?
Oh, right. You've recently come into consciousness and perhaps haven't. Um,
Yeah, this is our first time going on one of these.
yes. So, wonderful thing. You shouldn't have to worry about it too much, as you have no knowledge of the past, present, or future of a worth, unless you do, for whatever reason. Um, so, no, there shouldn't be much you need to worry about. All you really need to do is not concern yourself with what may happen in the future or changing it. Though, on a worth, it's even if you change it, it might actually be for the better. But we don't want to create a bifractured reality
What's that
for this. But
supposed to mean? What's the condition of Earth like? Earth.
oh, in our current present time, quite dismal, we'll say.
How about
Um,
you don't tell us about it, so we don't
yes,
fuck it up?
yes. Just yeah. I was keeping things general.
You mean the condition of Earth is dismal right now? I can't imagine.
Uh,
Anyways, so do you think it's as dismal 700 years in the past?
Well, most of the reason why it's dismal today is because of things long set into motion. So
Ain't that the truth?
you know, uh, probably not, but also probably not great either.
Lovely. So, how do you say we should prepare for being there?
Uh, uh, do the same things you usually do. Is this the? Hmm, you've. I mean, you've found all of the pieces of the the order in the past. I wouldn't expect it to be much different, but instead of a brass piece of an ancient artifact, it's simply the handle of a different ancient artifact.
All right.
Same, same.
Fair enough. You all ready to go? Jeremina notwithstanding. Answers. I would like answers.
Yes, I good headache, but I'm good.
Ava?
EV4 went to use the restroom really quick.
Ava had to go get an oil change before she goes to
I
a
was gonna say
completely
oil
different planet.
change too. You don't know what the AI is gonna do.
Yeah, I don't think Ava's ever been introduced to humidity before. That's going to go up the works insanely.
Was Candle keep it before you
Oh,
left?
candle key. I wouldn't
Oh
know.
wait, you would know, Jeremina.
I'm right here.
Sorry. So loud.
What?
Um,
I wasn't listening though.
it's okay. Was Candlekeep humid before you left to go to hell?
Do you remember?
Do you remember at all?
No, I mean Candlekeep's a lot closer to Neverwinter, Luskin, that kind of region than you'd think.
Oh. Okay, so
Uh,
Ava
We're
has
back.
not experienced.
What is that?
We're saying you haven't experienced humidity yet, and so if we're going to an Everglades or an Everglade sort of situation, you might want to keep an eye on your. Well,
Well, we've we can't speak for our body, but we as souls have some of us have experienced humidity before.
oh no, we're saying as like this metal form, you might
Uh,
be a mite uncomfortable.
we can't feel anything.
You might.
We can't.
Well, maybe not feel, but the sensation of things grinding together that shouldn't be like arthritis.
Ah, lovely. That again.
One of you has experienced it.
Well, yes, we're a plethora of people.
That's why I'm saying one of you has experienced it before. I don't know if I got the rundown on each use.
So two of us died of the death curse. One died in a. Well, actually, one of us doesn't know why they died. We assume the death curse. The other one was sacrificed to a cult. One was executed by the King of Neverwinter, and the other one, she just kind of died of old age. So she had to
Ah,
do with the rheumatoid more than the
that's the
rest.
arthritis. Granny's got arthritis.
I don't think you want to call Willow Granny.
Oh, she doesn't like the term?
Good question.
I mean, fair play to her if she don't. So, in any case, let's go. We should probably get going as soon as possible. Sooner we go, sooner we get back.
Hmm.
All right. Who is
Okay,
taking responsibility for the mechanical guide?
The mechanical guide?
The device that can control time in pockets. We discussed it
Um,
briefly. Do you need a
How big is
walkthrough once
how?
again?
This is Mark asking. How big is the device compared to Jacob?
He's holding it up. It's about the size of like it's pretty much just like a cylinder with some glyphs and yada yadas all around it. He's holding it up. It's about yay big. So I mean, it would be like I mean,
Handful for Jacob.
yeah, yeah.
If you want, like, it seems like I'm gonna be the person in the back line. Hold on to it and try to use it.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Be careful with this. And I'm sorry, I will let you get your goodbyes out of the way. I will make sure that everything is aligned with the order in the meantime. And he'll step away.
all right. Well, if any of you are deciding right now to stay on Earth or not come back, can you just tell me it now so I don't find out in 2 weeks? Any of you planning on staying?
I won't know until I get there. I also don't know if Freya's coming with or if she's staying because I. Fuck! Does Orth have a moon?
Yes, yes, it does.
Ah, shite.
Does it have a moon
Rest.
that makes werewolves?
Uh, uh, I,
Peanut
uh,
gallery is going.
I mean, I'm not the most well versed on the nature of theriomorph afflictions. I would say that it could perhaps, but it probably depends on the nature of the curse. If the curse is directly tied to specific moons, or what have you.
Well, I don't know. I just know Rhea has a bit of a lycanthropy issue.
Maybe let's take the benefit of the doubt then.
No, yeah, err on the side of caution. But she can probably help you with unionizing Jeremina while I'm gone.
Girl talk. I bet Ray is looking forward to it.
But we have no
Rhea
plans
just
to stay on
having
the Earth.
dehumidified. I sense the disturbance in the force.
We personally have no intentions of staying on Earth, whatever that is.
And neither do I. I still got to get back home.
Jacob?
Oh, I would like to go back to. So I will not be staying.
Okay, well, if the option presents itself to go back to your time, just I'm just gonna assume 12% chance you guys are all coming back. All right.
People not
Have
come
fun.
back?
Well, we've all come back so far, but Olin ended up staying where we went the first time.
Didn't you say
And
that's
so,
where he was from?
no, I swear he was from, but Jeremy's saying that if there's anything that we know, like, as of now, at least one of us has to come back and let her know if we decided to stay or something happened.
Ah.
Mm,
Well, I
yeah.
don't see me
Olin
pulling
looks
in
nice. I like
Olin,
Olin.
given the fact that technically I'm not alive right time. So I don't see a reason to be farther back.
How old are you?
Don't worry about it.
I am an age.
I'm an age that is in the future of today.
I do think that he would be alive at this point in time, unless he's like
He would just
16.
he'd just be un baby. He's
Maybe
toddling around.
little toddler.
God,
Probably.
Jaco is a toddler.
Probably in
Anyway,
the orphanage right now, actually.
yeah.
Anyways, time travel time.
All right. With
Bye.
that, your
Bye,
uh,
Mina.
your final preparations in place, Mordenkainen will um, ensure that all of the panels and gauges, buttons and levers are aligned appropriately, and the orderer begins to twist and spin and click and lock into place, and there is a bright light, and you are zapped out of the Tower of Erm, much in a similar fashion as you did when you traveled home. Though this time, um, you come to instantly feel the humidity in the air once again, and there is a plunk sound as you find yourself, Jaco, you would be quite submerged, and the rest of you would be up to about ankle or knee high, sort of acrid, gross, swampy water. As you look around, you note that you are in a swamp. The swamp has standing water, as I just mentioned, bushes, trees, um, craggly overhead trees with drooping vines. You hear the clicks and sounds of wildlife far away from us, or not far away, but like in the area around you. And welcome to Earth.
Oh, I'm breathing my daily glasses of water. Oh my god.
Can I get help?
Uh, Ava will immediately sort of grab Halfling by the scruff and up onto shoulder.
Before Ava puts
Up a
him on
shoulder.
the shoulder, he predigitates like all the fucking gunk off of him.
Yeah. It looks like Ava was about to give him like a little shake, and then he sees that they see that he does that. He's like, "Oh," and then you are now riding on their shoulders. Also,
Uh,
one final thing that I forgot to get in before we changed. Ava would do the little Boba Fett chin cuff to Jeremy before leaving.
So, technically right now, Jaco's mounted feet is working.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm okay with
god.
this.
Oh,
Sam said it. I'm just going off of the rules.
can't believe
Mhm.
this.
I love you, Sam. I'm just
Uh,
fucking with you.
Can
No,
we
you're fine.
find
I'm actually fine with this. This is very funny.
Can we find the nearest place out of the water?
That would be.
Sure. Go ahead and make a survival or nature check.
Alright, survival check it is. 17.
Okay. Um,
Lordy have mercy.
sorry, clickety clackety. Looking around you, you see, or trying to track like a way to get out of the muck, a way to um, hopefully get your feet out of this terrible hell pit that you've landed in, and in all directions. It seems like it is standing water, standing muck. It is going to be sort of walking through standing water the best you can see. You analyze everything from the tree, the tree line to look to see if it gets denser or less dense in places to try to identify like where there could be solid land. And it just seems like pretty much like 12 to 15 inches of standing water in all directions.
Alright, everybody, it looks like we're going to have to wade.
Awesome.
Everybody prepared? Well, Jaco, you're prepared.
I'll help keep an eye out.
Alright, Ava, let's wade.
Waiting. And they will
Wait,
swap.
before we start, were we given a general direction?
So you were not. You know that the item in question is in the general vicinity in which you were dropped. Mordenkainen had expressed to you all that this is kind of a blind spot for him. He cannot travel here to this place because he exists in space and time here in a way that prevents him from traveling here. So he doesn't really know. It is contingent on you guys to track it down, as it were.
Interesting.
So it looks like we're gonna have to pick a direction and go. Jaco, pick a direction.
Jaco literally points directly in front of him.
Alright, onwards.
Okay. You trek onwards. Somebody go ahead and roll me a survival check. Whoever is guiding the group forward.
That would be me again, I suppose.
Don't choose.
Yeah. Not
Jaco, what do
Ava
you
for this one.
mean? What's your wisdom like, buddy?
Wisdom's a
Well, he ends up
10.
in hell.
He's book smart, not street smart.
Alright. 16.
Okay, 16. So, you press on into this swamp. It is odd in a way. Contrary to Avernus, it is alive, teeming with life. There are sounds coming from all directions. Birds clear out of the trees overhead. Um, Birds clear out of the trees overhead as you move forward. Jacob, you said you were keeping an eye out, correct?
Yeah, just looking around.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, great. Let's put it up there.
RP dice box under the RP central.
Natural one.
Draco ain't seeing shit.
Nope, he's fucking annoyed with the.
Okay, so yeah, per- perhaps if nothing else, the denseness of the trees, the sort of vibrant and alive nature of this being so contrary to Avernus, I don't want to say takes you by surprise, but overwhelms you in a way that makes it very, very difficult to keep an eye out for something that's actually threatening versus just birds
I
and
have real dice
uh,
now.
wildlife. Um, with that, Fish, what are you doing?
Um, I think I am. I think that like I kind of like felt the magical disturbance in the force or whatever, right? Like this isn't prime vacation spot, and um I think kind of given not like my expertise with the area, but at least the like time that I've been there and clearly having a leg on these guys, I've been I'm like perched in a tree watching. Um and I think I think kind of watching Jaco like swivel around. I don't imagine I'm not like hiding from them, but I'm not like drawing attention to myself. And I see Jacob like swivel around, breeze right over me. And I think it's like a joke for a second. And so what I think I do is I kind of like chuckle. Um, so there's just like a chuckle from the tree line. And then I'll say, "Hey,
With,
Gnome's
you guys
eye! Oh my
good?"
fucking god!
I was gonna say with my bad perception, Jaco's gonna look down and Savannah go, "What? I'm right here."
No, oh my.
Ava
Who's there?
looked up.
What are you talking about?
Someone's here.
Someone's here. They
Yes.
just spoke. You gave yourself away. We know you're somewhere already.
I'm over here. I should be within eyesight.
Yeah. Oh,
Over here.
hi.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, how did I not? Wow. Okay. I'm terrible.
Um, and sitting up in, I think, a pretty low-lying branch, like she's not in the canopy, but she's still like above the swamp, the muck, is a kind of like not well built, but definitely like someone sturdy, someone athletic, um, a very pretty Air Genasi woman wearing like
Hmm.
yellow and just decked out with like these gold bracelets and deceptively like no adventuring gear. There isn't even a bag on her. and it's like the only thing on her is a belt with even more like gold bracelets, larger gold hoops, and then a like kind of weird looking spear on her back. And wrapped around her neck and kind of threading through her hair is a skeletal snake. And I'm gonna post art that I got.
Is it who I
And
think it is?
It might be who I'm thinking it is. Where
Maybe
is our
Zoli.
I'm
where's
just trying to
our
make sure. Okay.
Yep.
Hey.
Um,
Hey, I recognize this bitch. I think. Looks familiar.
uh, hey.
Also, we got
So
another fucking
I
and then
just
we
want to
got
know
another
how the fuck she
Jesus.
got here.
how what are you guys doing here?
um, we got sent here on a mission.
Okay, so you guys didn't get lost or sent here by
We were sent here.
Well, yeah, we
um,
were sent here.
but I mean by a banishment spell, teleportation. You didn't you happen upon a lich who banished you off. Are you here for money?
No, we're here to find like the rod of seven parts has handles at the ends. It's a magical item
I'm
that
familiar.
we're searching for. Yeah, so we're searching for that.
Okay.
Um,
I believe in reciprocity. How about you ask me a question, I ask you a question. We go back and forth like that. I don't want this to be an interrogation.
Um, the only time I've ever seen somebody wear this much yellow is in some history books about I think it was can't remember. Just remember that yellow was a very big important thing. Are you from that place?
what are you
Very
talking about?
descriptive, Siobhan.
I am so sorry. I want to answer that with as much grace as I can, but you have to understand that heraldry and color association with lands, cultures, and more is. I could ask you the same thing. You wear a lot of red.
I can tell you it's strictly job related.
I can tell you
I
that
wear a
it's
lot of
because
black because I like black.
right, I look good in yellow. Sorry.
I mean, that's
What
true.
there's thank you. There's not a lot of
What's your name?
flattering colors. I think you asked me a question. I'm gonna ask mine. Why the
All
part
right.
7 rods?
That's what we were sent here for. That's what I said.
But why?
We need it for a thing.
Yeah, we need it for a thing.
Okay.
Specifically finding the sword of Zariel. It's like stuck behind a scab, something like that. It's a whole thing.
Oh, you guys are adventurers, adventurers.
Yep.
I mean, at this
Now
point,
you now you asked a question. Now we get a question.
Yes.
Siobhan points at Ava.
What is your name?
Good question. People call me Vector. Yours?
Ava. Where are you from, Vector?
I'm from a lot of places. I'm technically not far from here, from far here, far from here.
You're technically not far from here.
Technically. Where are you all from?
Here and there,
Oh dear.
since we're gonna be being around the bush about it.
From where I'm from.
You have to understand my reluctance isn't secrecy or playfulness. I'm not maintaining this miasma mirage for my benefit. I'm doing it because there could be unfolding repercussions for information I give. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Are you
Jacob.
from
Yeah, we're
the
familiar.
future?
Jacob giggles a little.
We're very familiar, and so if that's your concern, then we should be duly concerned.
Maybe not. What? Oh, I know a great question. Uh, who's the president of Neverwinter? King! King!
President?
I said king! I said king of Neverwinter!
What the fuck is a president?
No, they're a thing. Uh,
Is that like
and
being a
I-
chancellor? Or
Jacob would have that answer, wouldn't he? Wait a second. Is this who I think it is?
is Vecna?
shit. Yeah,
Jesus.
Vector.
Mark is
Mark!
having fucking issues, so Mark needs more context clues so
No,
I
deadass,
understand.
deadass. When she said air genasi with the skeleton thing, I was zooming to art only. Like, I was wait a second, this fucker has a portrait already.
Okay, so now that Mark's not stupid anymore.
In the background, Joan said, "Yes. Do you know how long I've been waiting for this?" uh, anyways, this is. Then Mark.
Oh no,
Then
I
Jacob would
remember.
recognize
Okay,
her, right? This is
Probably
his quote unquote sister.
yeah, it's Jacob's
yeah,
sister.
Jacob would have a familiarity.
But Jacob's also Jacob's perception is really bad, so I'm playing it because Mark is also an idiot and didn't recognize it because I thought it was, but I wasn't sitting here. I didn't want to stop the conversation because it
Yeah.
was honestly enjoyable.
To be fair,
To be
I would
fair.
also be very confused and might not believe it if I saw my sister in a
Yeah.
In a completely different
alternate
planet, and you're like,
dimension.
wait.
Like Jacob's having
It's
that
like,
moment
"Hi, you're
of
also called Megan. That's
like Jacob's
interesting."
having that moment of like, oh, I miss my sister, and not realizing
Oh.
she's right there because this is the closest to family. Well, I gotta send Fish a message.
That's so sad.
Mhm.
Uh, but I don't know what a president is. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, just king, king, king. I meant king.
No,
I
you
sent you
didn't.
something real quick, Fish.
So you're
No, you
from a
didn't.
place that has Neverwinter, though.
Yeah, so Neverwinter's still a thing.
And you are from Toril, or have been to Toril.
I just had an idea for you.
Yes. Yes, I'm from Toril. Are you guys?
Mm. Yes, partially.
Technically.
Another great question. How recent was the death curse?
Just happened.
Like, yeah,
Um,
6 months a year.
just say yes or no, Fish.
Awesome.
Mark messaged her.
Yeah, sorry, side. It's a setup, and I'm trying because I didn't think about this. Okay.
No, Joan had asked what was happening.
Oh.
You're good.
Jacob's intently staring at Vector now. No. Is it our turn to ask a question? Is it our turn to ask a question?
It is actually.
Yes. You. Yeah, it is. Wow, good memory.
What year are you from?
Jeez, Jacob, you just can't go around asking people what year they're.
I mean, the year I'm from or the year I was born?
I hate tiny whiny bullshit.
Okay, can I change my question? I think because that one's a little bit
No,
longer.
It
I
would
I asked you a question,
actually,
so now it's your turn again.
So it's
yeah, you're up. It's your turn.
okay. Which brother's your favorite?
Siobhan is looking at Jacob like he grew a third head.
Jaco's going to
Um,
try to get on top of um
Uh,
Ava's shoulder and go,
This is weird. You're already on top of their shoulders, to be
well,
clear.
So you're
standing,
climbing on their
standing.
head.
I'm standing instead of sitting. He's gonna look at Vector and go, "You better fucking catch me, nah!" And he jumps at her.
oh shit. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Um, and uh,
What's happening?
I think
Dexterity.
like reflexively she just doesn't motion to none of that shit, and she'll take off a band, throw it at him, and cast Featherfall. Um,
Oh, I love
and then
that.
move out of the way so she doesn't have to catch him. Like she's not ruining her outfit over this.
So rude! As he slowly falls into the water.
They're just
Ava,
like
get him!
being
Ava, get
bit.
him!
Yeah, Ava picks him back up, gives him a shake this time, and
He
puts them back
casts
on their
Like,
spell.
shoulders.
I'm going to remember that. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to tell Dad.
you're alive?
Yes, and I'm going to tell Dad that you let me fall into almost
You're alive?
drowning. Yes!
Do you two know each
He
other?
has
Yeah,
been
it's
in
our turn to ask
Avernus for the
questions, but
past stretch of time, if you're asking or
Nah.
surprised that he is alive.
As Nas having this mental breakdown, he's going to, while probably still being held by the scruff from Ava, and some,
Yeah, just wiggled like a ferret.
he's also going to prestidigitate himself, obviously. He's going to go, Ava, Savon, this is my sister,
Hi.
Vector.
what?
What?
Hi. If to be clear, while you're sitting here standing in the muck thinking this is statistically unlikely, how does this keep happening? I do want to remind you, our dad, chosen of Mistra, do they know that?
Now they do?
Oh,
Oh,
great.
shoot.
No.
Oh, we don't know which one's the chosen Mistra.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Oh, Ava
Um,
doesn't.
You are an air genasi though, so I'm assuming Jet.
Hmm.
Siobhan's gonna
I can.
blink.
Well, then again,
Does
Jacob is a
does
halfling, so maybe
Siobhan
not.
hear anything?
Yeah. That being said,
Nope.
Jacob's a halfling, so maybe not, because
I can
anyone can be
confirm
adopted by anyone.
nor deny. Second, and so while you're sitting here thinking, wow, this is so unlikely, children of chosen do not have easy lives.
Not wrong.
I didn't
So
assume that they did.
you'd
Do,
be surprised.
is there any chance you have a place we can get out of this muck?
No, the trees.
Fuck.
Jacob, you are gone
I,
in this iteration. I mean, you don't ever come back.
what are you talking about?
I mean, it's been 5 years since anybody's seen you.
What? It's
I
only
mean,
been like
You've been with us for not even a month.
it's only been
Well, how
like
long has he been
four
with Raga
months.
Traga?
well,
I'm
To be
throwing a
fair,
random number
there
that
is no
Jacob doesn't
sun
know.
down in hell.
That's why he said 4 months.
I mean,
To be fair,
you
I think it depends because when we go back to Jeremina, she says it's been 2 weeks. Who knows how time
no, it's
passes
not
up
about
here.
that time distortion. Do you guys know about the octagonals yet?
What?
I just finished learning about circles. You're telling me I have to learn another fucking shape?
You guys are on circles?
The loud Morty he's fucking annoying and only talks about circles. That's all we've.
Strixhaven is on
Mordenkainen, yeah.
spheres. You guys are on basic up to fives alphabets of what? Is it still chronomancy?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god. It's temporal postural chronomancy. Very important distinction. No, I'm on some octagonal shit. Time travel is like octagonals overlap.
I don't want to learn about any more
I don't need
shapes.
to. But what I'm
So
getting
we have
at
another shape.
is,
It's a little bit more complicated.
Am I dead to you?
I mean,
If you're
Only
missing
for
from
some
5 years,
purposes.
What was the last thing you heard that happened to me?
I don't know. You and do they know names?
No.
Jaco, like, do they know names? They don't know names. Do they know family relation?
I think that might
do
have
you
accidentally
want
come
Siobhan
out.
and I to step away for a second?
Oh, do you guys speak primordial?
Yes.
Oh, fuck you. Um,
How about Siobhan and I walk away?
You're holding me
well,
by my scruff. There's
you're
not much
you're
we
Oh
going
my
can
to
do.
goodness.
you're going to get
Ava
lost.
drops him in the water.
God
Oh god,
damn
don't
it.
do that. It's so yucky. Did you guys get vaccinated for Owerth malaria?
Oh god.
Are you
Can
telling me
we
I'm going to have a blood disease from a different plane of existence?
Do you guys have bug spray?
What the
can we just
We don't need
start
Did you
walking
put
and we'll
you
figure
here
it?
without bug
Oh
spray?
god.
Do you guys even have
I'm still,
waiters?
I'm
Morty
still in
didn't
the
warn us
mud.
about literally anything, really.
He said this was a blind spot because he's here somehow.
I mean, you guys should just come into the trees. You can climb, right? Is
Yeah, I can
climbing
climb.
not?
I know how to climb, thank you.
We get the feeling that branches probably won't hold us, or like 500 pounds of metal.
Can I get put on a branch?
Easy.
Still here.
Yes. They will pick him back up out of the water, give him another little shake,
I'll be
and
right
put
back.
him up on the branch.
Okay, you said 500 pounds.
I think. We think it's complicated.
How is it complicated?
They woke up in it. They didn't.
Which, to be fair, that is the case for almost everyone. We just kind
Yeah.
of wake up in our bodies.
Yes, but it's only been a
Um,
couple of weeks.
very true. We were born basically
Okay,
yesterday,
I'm gonna
but
be
also not.
really mad if this doesn't work and you break my spell because I hate not having spells. Let me get you out of the muck. You're no longer connected to Jaco and everything now. It's
No,
just you.
he's holding onto the branch.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Um, and she's going to slip one of the bangles off of her hand and kind of work it like people shape donuts or bagels, kind of like stretching out the metal, thinning it
This is fucking
until it's
cool.
just like this impossibly wide circle, and she'll throw it at EV-3 and cast
4.
floating disc under EV-3.
4.
EV-4.
4, whatever. I
Uh,
don't acknowledge.
Ava.
Go on.
Ava will take a very tentative step onto it. It holds some fine. They're closer to like 400 pounds if they're being quite honest. But it seems to hold. And they will sort of like give a little jump and give
Don't do that.
Vector a yeah, they will give Vector a thumbs up.
So,
Wonderful.
so what was the last thing you heard?
Well, you got into it. Please get, and I'll bring the disc over to Jaco, and then
Whoa.
get get in the disc. Get on
I
the
can
disc.
stand here talking to you.
We'll get on the disc so you're off of the tree. Like, I get
And
this
he'll
big
get on there.
disc for you to share, and then you're going to fight me about getting on
Oh,
the
my
tree.
beautiful sister, I appreciate you for everything you've done.
Which one's the older sis? Which one's the older sibling?
Jago points to Vector.
Oh yeah, big time. Well, we have seven. There's 7 kids total, so there's a strong
Unless
competition
there's one
happening.
unless there's one you didn't tell me about, there's 6. No, I thought you were part of the 6. No, I remember. Nope. Mark's an idiot.
Um,
Yeah, there's 6 others. Well, 5 others, and then us.
Wow, that's a lot of kids. I feel bad for your
It was
mother.
it was a direction that parental units wanted to follow in the steps of their parents.
Ah, that explains the
The fact that I'm not
similarities.
the fact that I'm not a genasi, yeah.
plus
You didn't want to
Mistra
say it like that.
loves
You didn't want to
7,
say.
and after she lost her 7 daughters, and Vecna like glances at her palm and then back up. Um, so 7 siblings for the chosen of Mistra.
On your hand.
Ooh, what's nothing's on my hand. It's notes, so I don't fuck up.
Notes on
Uh, things that I can't share with you guys, or else it will break.
The fabric of time, yeah, yeah.
when did you write that down?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did get it kind of tattooed on because the ink kept
When
smearing.
You
Well,
got
like 3 years.
notes tattooed on your hand.
have we been
It's
through here before?
important stuff, Jaco.
Well, maybe not
Like,
us, but other people that have come through here for whatever reason.
this isn't the first place that I've gone through the octagonals for. I am a very temporally displaced person. And there's some incriminating. I need to stop flashing you my palm. There is some
Jaco's
incriminating.
been trying to
Some
read it every time.
devastating. I mean, it just says like fantasy 9/11. Right.
Yeah, it's just a timeline of like
The
don't mention
second
this.
Wyvern has hit Neverwinter.
Most of it
Right,
Jacob
it's
already
like,
knows, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember
It's like
that."
keep an eye out
yeah,
for Scott Bakula.
yeah, right. Like, yeah, I mean, on her palm is like fantasy 9/11, uh, COVID. Like,
That was the death curse. We already
That was the death
experienced that
curse.
one.
um,
World War II, the Diamond War.
That's gonna be Rhyme. That's Rhyme of the Frost
yeah,
Maiden.
That's
it's
World War
because
One.
the ink keeps smearing, and I've maybe fucked up the time thing kind of
What?
already in my
What?
setting. It's fine. It's about the splinters, the shards of mirror. What about, wait, have you guys not
I have
shattered it yet?
um
We
almost.
have been very good about trying not to splinter anything. I would really like to keep that up. I like the timeline that we're in very much.
Jaco's face like almost blows up when he
So
remembers.
this is the timeline where you guys don't violate it?
Almost did.
Would like that.
You guys are heroes. That is so cool.
Yeah, so
Oh,
please don't
wow.
fuck it up.
Jaco's gonna look at Vector and go, do you remember the uncle with the fire giants and stuff? Remember the story?
Yeah.
Apparently I helped. You remember when he said the elevator that just started working?
Stop. You did not.
I had to. I heard the sounds because I thought about it and I saw it and I saw the time and I was like, oh no, and I had to. It was yelling at me. The noises were happening when I wasn't doing it.
And now I have to go home and not say anything?
How do
Are
you
you
think
serious?
I feel? No, because it already happened. If you go home where we are, that's not gonna break things if you tell them. Because it's going to be in the future past what it's already happened. Like,
Well, I have to go and tell them that you're alive.
well, yes. But you could
Well,
also...
we'll have to tell Jeremina that Jacob's not coming back. Damn.
Oh no, Jaco's
Oh.
gonna come back.
Oh no, yeah, my thing only goes
No,
one person.
yeah, this
Also,
is... Yeah.
I don't think I'm from a compatible.
Timeline?
I don't know, maybe not. Well, because there's octagonals. If you don't understand the octagonals, I'm not going to begin to explain
Please don't. The circles had our
Please don't.
brains.
the trapezoid.
We're
Yes.
fine.
Once we get on the trapezoids, it's
We're good.
Trapezoid?
Can
No.
we stop adding
stop talking.
angles to things? I think a perfect circle is...
Do we want to start heading in a direction? Because we're still
Yes,
in the
I would
muck.
love to start heading in the direction that we're supposed to go, please.
Yeah, we were about to say, can we just make circles since we're in the general vicinity? If we just sort of like spiral out.
what are you guys looking for?
The,
Rods of
The
7 parts.
thing...
we told
Okay,
you.
but you understand the rods of 7 parts, that doesn't help me. I don't like I know what that is, but do you know where the
No. Nope. We're in the general area that he said it would be in. Beyond that,
Whatever
we've
that
got
means.
not a clue.
Can we aim in a direction that possibly doesn't have water?
you guys want to go with me because you interrupted my adventuring day and I have a
Oh, God
destination?
forbid we interrupted you.
Oh, no, for being yeah, at least I didn't
can't...
read a book.
I can't wait to tell Dad you let me fall in the water. That was rude. Not only that, but you made it slow, so obviously I couldn't stop.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
in
we
that
should...
ugly little BDSM gear, am I?
Excuse you?
That was made by his mother.
No, that makes this
Yeah,
situation
Jeremina,
so
the
much
mama
worse.
dummy.
No, she's an older woman that's in hell with us. That she makes things, and she made me this. So don't be rude.
That's not really helping your case, Jacob.
Ooh,
What do you mean you got an older woman to make you leather harness?
She made you leather things too.
Oh,
Yeah, Jeremina's
Mhm.
nice.
so what? I see.
Jacob, the man, misdirected to get off of his siblings on someone else. Yes, we'll go with you because we interrupted your adventure.
Wonderful.
And we'll see if your destination manages to actually match up with ours.
Most likely, if where you're going is where I think you're going.
It'd be nice to know if where you're going is where we're going. Or where you're going, actually. Where are we headed if we follow you?
Shouldn't break anything if we're in this. If it's in the. It's a information.
You're just
No,
telling
it
us
won't.
where you're going.
Well, it won't.
If we
Jacob's gonna
follow
get
you, we'll
worried.
go there anyway.
Trust me, I
Who's going to
don't
get
care
worried?
enough.
You,
Why am I going to get worried?
because it's a really bad place.
I've been in hell for at least 4 months of sleeping.
I
What
actually
is
really wish we weren't meeting here and we were meeting yesterday or in a few days. So you remember the whole situation with Dad
which one?
and some of my personal interests.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the guy that Dad was involved with, not Dad, but like the guy that
Jacob's gonna go like this. This
like
one?
the um sock puppet. Sock puppet.
Yeah, okay, wait. What?
Sock
I was
puppet
dead ass wondering where she teleported.
mentor.
No.
It's his place.
Why?
But there's a guy there that I really need to talk to about some stuff.
You want to
Oh,
go...
the sock
You...
puppet!
Sam Fraser figured it out. You want to go to Sock Puppet's teacher to go talk to someone else that's not Sock Puppet's teacher.
To find sock puppet's teacher to kill him.
But won't that mess everything up from now to Sock Puppet?
No, because I need information
You said you're going
to
to kill
do
him.
it.
And that makes
But
it
I'm not
immune.
gonna but I'm not gonna do it here or now. I'm gonna do it later. But I need to get the info. Well, I actually do it when I was younger, but I do it later.
What? I'm going to grill you.
Octagonals.
I'm going to grill you on this when I see you back
You
in home.
can.
At least they're not
In
on
the
Jeremy
future?
Jeremy's, man. This is...
I
Oh, in the
feel like we're
future, if you're
really
alive.
I feel like we're really intruding on a family situation right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We don't have no idea what's going on.
Not a
We're
single
just going to
fucking
follow
clue.
them
Do you know
and
how
stay on the
insufferable dinners
platform.
are?
We're literally the disc is pushing while Vector is bouncing from tree to tree, and we're literally just like having the bickering. Oh god, I'm not gonna lie, I've as much as I hated the bickering of dinners, I've missed it so much.
Me too.
I know that feeling.
Um,
We don't have that
so
problem. We get that bickering all the time. Well, whenever we sleep, question mark.
Orlok?
Hmm?
Multiple souls in they are them.
Yes.
Vector's having a moment. Hold on.
I can't say anything.
Nope.
Wait, Jacob, do you know who we are? Were you aware of us before?
No.
Jaco is not.
Remember,
He's athletic.
excuse you.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
What do you
I've
Did he tell
mean?
you he's a wizard now?
We've just I've
Plot twist: Jacob becomes the Mad Mage.
That would
He's
be
just there
such
at
a
this entire
fucking
time.
twist. Did you really? Wow.
A wizard? You?
Jaco will wave his hand and cast
Why?
mage hand, and basically like poke a Vector's ear.
Fuck off.
Oh, you don't like it when it happens, but it's okay to do it to me.
I just know
If you-
Vecna is giving the worst fucking mage hand wet willies known to
Oh
humanity.
yeah, they're nasty. He like cocks a loogie on that shit.
You are so lucky we're going to where we're going, or else I would have counterspelled that.
Oh, I bet.
Guys, suck.
Wait,
Oh, you don't like it when it happens to you.
I'm imagining we're going
Sorry,
through some horrors. Right?
sibling mage wars are literally like, no, you can't do that because I counterspell it.
We're heading towards the fucking Tomb of Horrors or some bullshit, and this is what we deal with.
Seriously, this is fucking great. So, all right. So you want to go talk to Sock Puppet's mentor informationalist?
Just like a cultist of his.
Okay.
So we're going to talk to cultists?
I'm going to talk to cultists
Well, if the
with my weapon.
if if what we're looking for is in the same place, then we're going to obviously.
And
Okay, I do
honestly,
agree
I
with
s-
talking to cultists with weapons, so I'm with you on that.
and honestly, I suspect we might because again, same with the chosen of Mistra, the people who find adventure is there's not a lot of reason to be here.
Yeah, not wrong.
Not a tourist destination. It kind of sucks. It is literally worse than Avernus.
Yeah, at least Avernus is a dry heat.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll give you that one.
The human said, "Shut the fuck up."
That's crazy.
Kill yourself.
Jesus.
Okay. Wow, you have intense friends, Jaco. Do I need to talk to Dad about the company you keep?
Why? No.
Did you get any piercings?
Just because I went to hell doesn't mean all of a sudden I've turned into everything you
No,
tried.
he's such a bad boy. You would not believe.
Jaco is
Really?
He's a werebat now.
fucking.
You're a what?
I wasn't gonna say all that.
So
You
Jaco
leave
started
home
turning to
for
Savan to
5 years?
glare, and he absolutely has a deadpan like finger of death glare at fucking Ava right now, and just like you did not shit.
Ava does not have any expressions
Of
because
course,
they are a robot, but you can feel the shit-eating grin.
yeah, right.
A werebat? A werebat? Is that what the book did? It made you into a
No,
werebat?
it wasn't the
Did you
fucking
want
book.
that?
No,
Get a tattoo!
the book.
You got a tram stamp. Get it
Oh
right.
my god. He
You got a
point-
tramp stamp?
he looks at you're not helping. You're not helping. No, that's
You should
not
see
what
it.
the
It's
book did.
impressive.
The book teleported me into Avernus, and I got picked up by a warband who.
Stop!
Yes, because I was on the fucking sands of Avernus, and this fucking warband came by and said, "You're part of it now."
You were fucking a warband?
I'm going to. I swear to God. Nah.
All
I
of them.
swear to God.
All of them.
Each and every one.
It was intense to come across. I wasn't there, but I heard.
What does Jaco have right now? Swear it's like
He
I'm
took out the
eating. I
piercings, at
swear I'm
least.
with my family again and all my siblings. I was forced to turn into a werebat by the warband. Was not by choice.
Also the nipple piercings.
Nipple piercings were his choice.
Now I understand why I hated having so many siblings. I'm regretting all of this.
Look, I don't. The last time I got to see mine was before we went on this death mission. I need to have a little fun.
Funnily enough, I think all of us were only children, which explains a lot, actually.
I can't imagine that, being an only child.
It's
No, I had.
boring.
I had two siblings and then one cousin who was basically a sibling.
It's
I'm checking the class that Jacob got.
And we're all followers of Helm, so you can imagine how that goes.
You. Sorry, reflex. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so
No, listen,
sorry.
it's
I'm
fair.
sorry. I just
Love
Helm. You.
making Helm
Sorry.
Catholicism.
I
What's
just
the fucking class? Jason,
why
what's the fucking class with the lycanthrope one? Can't remember its name.
blood hunter?
blood
Bloodhunter.
Thank
hunter.
you.
It was, look, my aunt followed it and like her parents followed it, so she just kind of like continued it.
So you're doing it because your family does it?
Well, at first I was. Now I'm doing it because I want to.
You know, I respect that. Means more than you'd think. Um, so did your guide, because I'm pretty sure, again, statistically, when you think of all of the factors here, the supply meets whatever, we are most likely going to the same place. I can't imagine where else the parts of Seven Rods would be, right? It's not going to be at like the Ember Cut grocery. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that.
What's a grocery
And
store?
Grocers exist, Siobhan.
They're called markets.
No,
They're
you
not
go
called
to a
groceries.
grocer, you hand them a list, and they pack up all the stuff for you, and then they hand you the bag of stuff back.
I
It's a
don't know where
grocer.
you're going.
This is this
so
has been a thing
true.
since like
All of
the
those are correct, and
1480s.
I'm
Actually,
glad
I
you
have to check
hung
it
up
when the
on
groceries came on screen.
the word that you guys could get hung up on. Um,
No, I heard Embercut.
oh God, please don't. Please forget that. If I have to do modify memory, nobody's going to be happy, least of all me.
Let's not.
Please don't. If it
All right,
helps, I don't care enough.
Bless you.
Bless you.
thank you. I a little allergic to Earth. Yeah, no, I kind of figured because my timeline hasn't like um so either you all die shortly after this meeting or none of you do anything with it, which is good. That's how it should be.
I just want to get home.
I would
I
like
don't
to.
care
Did
enough to do anything.
Mordenkainen, your guy, prepare you for this at all? Were you told about like the problems that this area faces, a particular area that we're going to?
Blind spot.
This is
He
a
does not
blind spot
know.
for him. He does not know what's happening here.
Would you like to tell us a story?
He did
Let's
say
gather
it
this
might be a
whole-
bit dismal.
can we, so I kind of can't tell you because, well, I'm worried. I don't know if it's the same word. Do you guys know charades? Has that been invented yet?
Yes, I do know charades.
Yeah,
Jago
charades.
just
Okay.
stares.
Everybody,
Jago just
every single,
stares.
every plane knows charades. 3
3
words.
words.
Okay.
First word.
word.
Actually, charade wasn't invented until the late 18th century, so maybe not.
No, but every plane has charades.
Ah, true. Good point. Also, the word grocer comes from the early 1300s.
Hell yeah.
Also, I don't know how to do charades with this. So, um, womb, mauve, Moors. We're going to the
Are we
womb
going
of.
to a Tomb of Horrors?
Oh, you guys know about it?
Yeah, the Tomb of Horrors.
Played a D&D game about that once. One of us did. It doesn't matter.
What the fuck is D&D?
Don't worry about it.
I think it's like Subaru and soccer. You also didn't hear that. You didn't hear
We
that?
know what suburbs and soccer moms
Oh.
is.
Oh
Well,
my
we know
god,
what
that's right.
suburbs
You
and
guys
soccer
Do you
moms
are.
is.
not?
I've never
Do
heard of
you
supers.
not remember Uncle Lefty like talking about that?
Yeah, first edition playbook.
Lefty has a DM's table.
He
Does.
does. He has like
Lefty
a
has a
nice
DM's
one.
Lefty was the uncle that took care of all the kids.
So how do you guys know
Virus
about
like
the Tomb
comes
of
out of her fucking like
Horrors?
evil wizard's tower to play in that game.
God.
How do you guys
That's
know about the
crazy.
Tomb of Horrors, but you don't know about Sock Puppet's teacher?
What the
Well,
Because they
alright,
probably
so
don't know who
one of
Sock Puppet
our
is.
don't know who Sock Puppet is,
Don't
and
know who Sock
also
Puppet
the
is.
news that came from the Tomb of Horrors was heavily doctored, and what like Neverwinter media does to stuff, let alone Waterdeep media. Oh, that was a shit show.
So the thing is
Only
that
you and I know the
Debbie
real
was
story.
planning. So the thing is that Debbie's DM was planning on running it, but unfortunately Debbie got sacrificed before that could happen.
God. Yeah, so the Tomb of Horrors got unearthed and the basics got spoken about. But when they, went in there to check it out, it was basically empty.
Well, it's not empty. It's not empty. Not right now. It's not empty. It's not empty.
Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure I've already died 8 times in there. So
Awesome.
Are you going
yeah.
in there till you get it right?
What?
Are you going in there? Each version of you going in there
Until you get it right.
I don't know. Some of the timelines converge here. So this is clearly an important part of the journey. So there are likely some variations of me who went in unprepared or went in, didn't meet you guys, and then so I ate spoiled clams and died.
Oh,
Things
that
like
always
that.
gets
We
you.
also do have this time thing that I think Shaban took.
No, Jaco has
You
it.
Jacob
you
has
guys
it.
have a Jaco gave it to Jaco.
Excuse
He's the
you.
wizard. I don't know what to tell you.
Name one spell.
Haste. Fireball. Counterspell.
That's 3.
Okay, that was on me.
I
That
like.
was
Hmm.
He made it too easy.
Name a spell.
um yeah, I think as we've been talking,
We're still walking.
Oh yeah.
yeah, Vector's guiding them towards their destination. So part of the 7 rods. Crazy that you guys just got a time device just by some guy, probably living out of
Morgan
his
Canyon.
car.
If you
Basically.
know of him, you know how much is.
I mean, not just unhinged, uninformed, uncurious. Like I said, circles?
Not
Really?
Busser is awesome.
I'm not awesome. I'm not awe-inspiring. I'm very smart and beautiful,
I have
but
no
I'm not
interest in geometry.
awesome.
Can you just not take a compliment?
No.
Speaking of stuff about Vector, it occurs to me we forgot to ask about this. What's with the skeleton?
Oh, the skeletal snake.
The skeleton, if you will.
Um, is my familiar skeleton snake.
Is this
What's their
after Jake?
name?
Is this after Jaco disappeared? Has Jaco known?
I think Jaco's known this. It's um. I don't know what to tell you. My familiar, the reanimated body of my pet winged snake when I was a kid.
That's
So I have
adorable. What's its
attachment.
name? Did you name it after a historical person?
Uh, yeah, yeah. Let's go with that.
Jaco
I
giggled.
can't tell you.
Jaco giggles.
Yeah, she won't tell us. Oh, hi, TC. Or Jazz?
Yes.
Hi, Jazz. Jazz is on
As
my
you
back.
all make your way through the swamp on the disc or from branch to branch, you eventually hear sounds, different sounds than the ones that had surrounded you previously. Um, the sounds of heavy tool falls, of yelling voices. That are somewhere beyond the tree line ahead of you.
Interesting noises.
You know what that is?
Voices. Um, I guess I didn't expect so many voices.
Jason, your
I've
mic.
been blasted. Damnation. Um, no, I don't. Cultists, I assume, more than I thought. I, I'm also not an astounding scout.
All right. As you press forward through the tree line, eventually you feel the water line begin to inch down your leg, slowly, um, as the earth beneath the water begins to incline slightly. You seem to be walking up and out of the swamp. And just as there is but a few inches remaining on the ground, the area in front of you opens up, and what you see is the side of a hill. And amidst the cut down trees to create this sort of opening, you see a mess of tents and what looks to be like groups of workmen who are all dwarves in some way, shape, or form, um, working the side of this hill in some capacity. The hill itself has three well defined archways um, cut into it, and you see traversing the area in front of the work area down the central tunnel, a lumbering umber hulk who appears to be being driven by a dwarf who is sort of guiding its labor in removing heavy material from that central entryway. What it would appear is that you have stumbled on a construction site.
Oh shit. All right. Fuck.
Interesting.
I miscalculated.
It doesn't look like it's here yet. Looks like they're in the process of building it.
Seems Mistra kinda threw you a little too far back, huh?
I wish I could blame it on Mistra. It was me. I messed it up. And now I
Yeah.
have to kill all of these guys.
Why'd you have to kill all these guys?
Do you know how terrible it's called the Tomb of Horrors? Come on, like I gotta kill all these guys. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
but
fair.
doing that,
That was
won't
a
that change the
stupid question.
future? With everything that's happened?
Well, Marty did say, sorry, Mordenkainen did say that if we were to change it for the better, it wouldn't be entirely a bad thing.
Jaco's going to look at Vector and go, what do you think would happen if that was there?
I mean, it'll always be there. It always has to happen. I would just delay it.
Yes, if it's a delay, hopefully it doesn't cause a problem.
I mean, I just won't do it right now. Maybe I can do it right now. We'll find out. How does this
I,
interfere with your guys' operation, though?
well, we don't know because we just, as soon as we make eye contact with what we're looking for, then we'll know for sure.
For
You
us,
guys need to
the items here,
talk,
so
right? You guys need to talk to the foreman and say, "Have you seen a part of the seven rods?"
What do you think he's just gonna answer us? All easy peasy, like.
I didn't include the complexity of enchantment spells, subterfuge, skullduggery. That was all implied, I felt.
I don't do any of that.
Okay. Am I supposed to accommodate that?
No, but I'm just asking if she looks back at everybody in the party, including Jaco, if he looked at us and really thought that we were capable of any of that. I mean, Jaco might be
Capable of the
of
of
subterfuge, espionage, etc.
I I I I think so. I I've been deceived before. Appearances are liars.
Not with me. At least not with me. I don't know about the other two. Well, you would know about at least one of them.
I mean, when I wanted to sneak out, it was Jaco who picked the lock. I
think
didn't.
you can thank Rip and Seth for teaching me.
Yeah. I mean, I never got very far. I usually got pretty quickly caught, given some circumstances. So I think Jaco could handle some of the subterfuge, some of the espionage, some of the that. And do you look like you can handle yourself in a fight? You all do. I don't know. I'm just here to cast fireball the way it's supposed to be cast, Jaco. So
Bitch. Sorry.
No, Jaco says that outright.
Okay, if that's okay, I'll accept that.
I just think you're casting it wrong. I know you are.
You've never seen me cast it.
I'm imagining it.
Oh, I bet. Like you imagined the shooting star that went by. Hmm.
It was real. I even drew a picture of it.
Oh,
Jacob,
yes.
how could I have seen? If I saw it, then it happened because I seen it.
No one on the rooftop saw it, except for you and you alone, and we were all staring at the stars.
I am a classically trained astronomist, Jaco.
And I have eyes, but only one of us saw it.
You didn't see me in the trees, no, did you? You didn't see me in the trees.
That's seeing you in the tree is different than seeing a shooting star in a dark sky.
Your stupid rod.
Can you guys keep your
Okay?
voices down and we plan what we're going to do next?
Might be a good idea.
Fine. I'll be the bigger person.
Siobhan like presses her lips together to prevent an immediate comment from escaping. She just takes a deep breath and nods and says, "Yeah, I think that's good."
I'm gonna lose it, I swear.
So how do we want to approach this?
Well, we need to figure out if we're assuming the rod is here, so we need to figure out
Yes.
where.
Hmm. And the only way we can really do that is to ask.
What
You
cult?
know, one way or another.
He's gonna look at Vector. What cult is this? Is like undead, right?
Whispers, secrets, unknowable evil,
So
undead, if we want to be so reductive.
okay, so say someone walks up with an entourage and one of them is dressed in BDSM gear with two undead creatures at his side. Would that qualify someone who may have enough power to get information?
Oh yeah, I think so. Can't hurt to try.
He's gonna look at Savan. You're a better talker than I. And
Am I?
seriously, better that you think I'm better than you.
Yes.
Bullshit.
I mean, one of us didn't end up sending one of our teammates to their death, so you know there's that.
Well, if we can find two creatures or bones of some sort, I can animate two.
Wait,
Then,
why not Vecna? She's got skeleton on her. Two undead side by side.
but that's not. A, I'm not going to do that to her. B, I think if we had bigger creatures or something, a size of intimidation, could possibly get them to be more nervous and loose-lipped than with her snakes.
No, I mean, if you have two undead creatures by her side as well as the snake around her neck, but if you don't want to put her in that position, then I don't
Oh,
blame you.
well, I'll just send Rayla over to Jacob. Shit. And if you
Rayla.
heard that.
We already know about the Landiers.
We don't. I don't know who Rayla is.
It's the snake. It's my little snake. Ah,
Cool.
Did
my snake.
Rayla move over or not yet?
Well, do you want Rayla now or do you
It
want
would
Rayla
it would
later?
it would work with the whole appearance, but I would we did creatures.
Oh, is it like Raylan from the one book?
Jacob
Yeah.
doesn't Jacob doesn't say anything.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
and
cool,
then
that's
I'll
cool.
just send Rayla over, and what I think Rayla does is form like a super fucking edgy frown over Jaco's head.
And what's funny, that's like the natural spot for her to be on Jaco, but it just looks so much better right now.
And I think in like a perpetual, an Ouroboros snake biting its tail looks so fucking.
he, he
Um,
he pets Rayla. I have honestly so much.
um, do either of you have dead things on you? Bones?
We are. No, that's technically alive.
You can open up your chassis, but this is people
Yeah,
you don't know, so
I was about to say all this blood is technically alive.
Um, is there any way, Jason, that Jaco could like sense? Oh, there's no way of sensing undead.
I can
Or
sense
or
undead.
well, no, it's essentially figuring out if he has his spell is like applicable in his area to find two bodies.
I mean, you could cast it, and because I believe that it just raises the. I believe
I was about to start
it
looking too.
No,
because
because let me look at grave cleric stuff really quick. I think it can sense undead.
But it wouldn't be undead; they'd just be dead.
Oh yeah, they just be dead. They're dead.
Yeah, dead. Spells. Animate dead.
So it says choose, which to me like implies
Choose
seeing,
choose a
but I
pile.
also
It just says
uh,
choose a pile or a corpse within range, but it doesn't have
right.
any sight. It has no sight comment to it.
yeah,
And like, but I feel like that's like implying sight, right? Like, how do you choose something you don't
yeah.
see? But
And if you're
and
looking for those things, you could do locate object, because it technically a bones or a corpse is a they're objects until animated, at which point they become a creature.
Which I don't have that spell.
Ah,
Remember, he stole these books.
I know.
He thieved
do
them.
I have that idea?
I mean, if you all are discussing
How Jacob
trying
assigned
to animate
bones.
some dead, I would be I would think a likely thought train for anyone who is aware of how animate dead works is, I guess, how I'll phrase it, and you can choose if that applies.
Did you guys trudge on any dead bodies as you were walking through? It's the swamp. There's plots.
We can't feel anything underneath our feet.
But you
Yeah,
should
there were
detect.
definitely some bodies under there. I
Okay.
felt at least I want to say one. Ribs make a very specific sound when you step on them.
Um, and she starts like thumbing through her bangles, and then she's looking at the ones on her belt. Jaco,
It's such
Yes.
an interesting way to do spell slots.
I'm so
It's really
sorry.
fucking good.
I do have locate object. I didn't prepare it.
Fine. You could try to do just Rayla. We have Ava and Savon and you, and we're just trying to make the appearance that we're a part of it and we're at a higher level than that.
And you need to send Ava with you for sure. The little bone
We
arm,
are
I think that
intimidating.
goes away.
The bone
Oh,
arm,
they do have
hell,
bone arm.
yeah, bone arm would make sense.
Bone arm is a thing.
So
It,
we could try without it, and if we get lucky and see something up there that of someone who's recently died, we could pull it really fast.
yeah.
I mean, we could always just kill someone. That'd be a recently dead person.
I was thinking that, but given the reaction to me killing all of the cultists, I thought that was off the table.
I was
No,
mostly
I was just
worried,
wondering why you had to kill them, mostly.
and I was mostly worried of us not existing.
You don't care, to be clear. Yeah,
But
we're fine with it.
okay, so we can walk up and see how far we can push it, and if it gets drastic, we'll display the power and kill someone and raise them. You're going
Sounds
to
good.
kill them anyway, so it's not like it wouldn't be beneficial.
I'm gonna kick you guys off of my floating disc so I can concentrate on something else.
Were we on the floating
Um,
disc? I was just wading through the water.
Jaco
We
and
were on the
Deva
floating
were.
disc.
Jago jumps off and then presidentates Savan and Ava whatever residue water is left over.
I think I left when the disc was being cast.
Probably. But you're clean now. No more soggy.
Yay!
I I break my concentration. Um, you two have fun. Get as much information as you can.
Savan, you're coming with?
Am I carrying you?
No, I can walk.
Yeah, I'll come with.
You have that authoritative thing from the military that could probably scare the shit out of them.
Ooh,
I guess.
It's better than, and he literally like makes a size joke. It's like it's better than me trying to command them.
You are.
Well, I mean, once you start
mildly
raising
adorable.
things, they'll quickly change their tune, but let's go.
Okay.
All right. So you all are walking forward into the work camp.
Yes.
Okay. You do so. You pierce your way into the opening that has been cut and hewn from the trees in this area towards the hillside, bearing the three entrances that these dwarven work crews appear to have been carving into this sort of craggy stone hillside deep in this swamp. As you press forward, you catch some of the workers looking at you out of the corner of their eyes, uh, being sure to keep their crop that they are using to drive the umber hulks um, close to it. The umber hulks, you note, have markings on their mandibles, which appear to be some sort of permanent incantation or spell that the umber hulk is under the control of. And you walk into the camp. No one, while you are noticed, no one appears to pay you any mind.
Okay, so how did we want to do this exactly?
Jaco's gonna look around. Is there anyone that kind of looks like they're running all of this, like the person in charge of like the movement?
So there's the Umber Hulk handlers. They are distinct from the rest of the workers. The rest of the workers just appear to be like cutting, hewing stone, and just kind of like doing general construction work. There does not look in the immediate exterior area like there's a specific person in charge. It seems like everybody is well and truly in their lane, but doing like labor, not like on a union mandated break supervising type thing.
It would be funny if Aceric had unions. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm evil, not a monster.
Nice. Jaco's gonna tilt his head to the other two.
I thought that was the deal. We're gonna find somebody in charge and start asking questions.
Okay. Try to ask, and
Yes. Jacob, you need to. You're far more charismatic than you give yourself credit for.
yeah, okay.
Ask
Mhm.
questions.
Jaco's gonna take a deep breath, and when one of them kind of gets a little too close, like closer than the other ones, he's gonna go. You there? Do you have a moment?
Ah, what? And a dwarf who is wearing like a leather apron, has tightly braided beard, and a belt full of stone cutting tools will acknowledge you, um, and sort of look quizzically at you
What?
after sort of grunting at you.
You have someone who is running this area now.
Uh, do you speak Dwarvish?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Ava does.
Ava does. With that being said, Ava, you will hear back in response. What are you saying?
Ava will respond in Dwarvish what Jaco said.
Oh, hmm. uh, Overseer Mogdum is in his office, and will point at the rightmost entryway that has been hewn into the craggy stone surface.
They're that way. We're looking for Overseer
Mogdum.
Mod.
Mogdam.
Mogdam.
Mog damn.
Mogdam.
Damn.
Mog
Get mogged.
damn.
Jacob will nod to Ava and I guess turn to go to that direction.
Oakley dokley. So you head over that direction. It is off to the right. You make your way by a number of dwarven workmen, again, hewing stone, and just generally working in the light to cut these um, stone bricks that the Umber Hulks are carrying through that central entrance. Um, as you make your way over to the area that was pointed to you where the overseer is present, you reach the precipice of the door, and the interior is lit quite brightly, both from sun coming in from the area that's cleared over your head, as well as inside there are these tiny little clay golems um, that are sort of hanging out on this shelf that it runs around what is essentially a singular room beyond the doorway that you're all standing in. Um, there, you see a human man with sort of mid length hair and a number of metal, glass, and brass implements around his head and belt. On the table in front of him, there are things that look like sharply drawn schematics, and seeming to sense your presence slightly. You'll see him perk up like his ear, and he'll turn and will say. So, come to engage in this grand endeavor, have you? Are you miners, sculptors, artists? Or, and now fully getting you all in the side profile, we'll say, or something else entirely, I suspect.
Jacob will take the deep breath again and go, yes, we are absolutely else.
He will turn around quite dramatically. Um, He has very sharp features. It looks like his nose has been broken at least once. He has uh, sort of various like trinkets and things located in his hair. Very
Oh.
starkly pale. A number of bracelets on either wrist. And again, those brass, glass, and metallic implements that all look like very finely tuned tools of craftsmanship, similar to the ones that Marty used when she was still with the group to maintain EV4 or EV3, now EV4. And he'll say, it would seem so. Normally, it's a usual weekly intake of rock cutters. You don't look like rock cutters.
No, we are not. If find something specific, we're hoping that you, with your knowledge and what you are doing here, may have found it.
He'll sort of narrow his eyes. And what would that be?
Jaco is going to tilt his head to Savan a little bit.
We're looking for a magic item.
Oh. Well, I have quite the number of magic items. He'll open one of the drawers of the desk that is in this area, and will um, sort of like basically like tilt it slightly, so the things inside of it will sort of fall to the front, so you can see them a little more clearly. And he'll like rattle it a little bit, and you can see some spell scrolls in there, as well as what looks to be a wand, and sort of like a small square strong box. And he'll um, close the drawer once again and say, did that satisfy your curiosity?
Did they see anything? Did Siobhan see anything like what they were supposed to be looking for in there?
Um,
Other than like the mystery of the second smaller box.
yeah, no, nothing that was directly on display looked like what you guys were searching for. The strongbox looks like it might be large enough to hold the thing, but even that's kind of like on a sketchy, like maybe not.
Mm.
10 pounds shoved into a 5-pound
Yeah.
container.
Yeah. No, I'm afraid not. We're looking for something that appears to be either a handle or a pair of handles.
Oh, well, a worksite is a dangerous place. I should provide you with the ability to walk around, take a closer look for this thing you're looking for. Give me a moment. And he will open a different drawer and will go ahead and section off like these. They essentially look like tickets, probably about yay big, and they're just a small, almost like receipt-sized piece of paper with a dazzling array of glyphs and arcane sigils on them. And he'll say, "You may take as much time as you wish. We welcome all guests here." And he'll count count out a number of those slips and extend them towards you.
What's the
Jaco?
cost?
I was gonna say, can Jaco insight his intent on this?
Yeah, sure. Feel free to roll a insight check.
What's the
Oh,
cost?
let's go. 18.
18. You do get the sense that he has some ulterior motives here, but you can't quite sense what they are. And as for what cost, he'll say, no cost. Again, I take my endeavors when hired to do things quite seriously, and I don't like people harmed on my work sites.
Yes, but we are but strangers looking for a magical item on some sort of work site. Surely there is a catch. Nobody is so welcoming on a work site to strangers looking for something on their property.
Hmm. Well, aren't you so fortunate then?
Aren't we?
So have you
Well,
heard?
you can rest assured that if we find what we're looking for, we'll be out of your hair shortly.
Well, I do appreciate that. Extra bodies in the site does tend to hamper things, but again, I do try to be accommodating.
Now, what are these? She motions to the things that he's holding out.
Well, they're tickets. They allow you free passage throughout our work site here. We are in the midst of constructing something that has some dangerous elements, and those should allow you free passage through those dangerous elements without triggering things.
Hmm.
Can he,
She looks at Jaco this time.
can he insight that comment?
Sure.
The truth, like the truth, if there's deceit behind it.
Yep.
21.
21.
Damn, okay,
Uh,
Jaco.
you definitely get the sense that he is talking out of both sides of his mouth here, but he does appear to be telling the truth as to what the things do. However, he is definitely he definitely does not have your best interest at heart. But those tickets probably do protect you from something within his job site.
So
This man is about to sell me the shittiest car ever.
right, it goes
I
through.
have
It
to show
only
you guys a
works.
picture of this
It
guy.
only works for one trap, and then after that, you're fucked.
It could very much mean that.
Yeah.
Um,
Jaco's going to look at this and go. So, with what my colleague has described to you, have you seen or anybody in your band or in this work site has seen this? He is creepy as fuck. I don't trust him.
Oh,
oh,
God.
um, no, I don't track the comings and goings of items into my site. I care for the walls and the infrastructure of this place.
So this is the weird clown Wikipedia file from Hunter x Hunter that we're dealing with.
You say you care for the walls, but you have drawers of magic items.
Yes, yeah. Well, when when workers bring in things that they shouldn't, sometimes I have to take them.
So, have you seen of any of your workers holding something like this that you decided wasn't worth your time?
No, I could because again, if I didn't,
Safety is paramount on
s-
the work site.
quite right.
Inciting the fuck out of him so much. Can Jaco see if he's being truthful about he hasn't seen it or cared to like found basically has he ever with what he's saying is he telling the truth he's never seen it?
Go ahead and roll an insight check. Sure.
Ah, there's the bad one. 6.
Yeah, you can't really tell. He might be telling the truth. He might be lying. He might not have enough information about what you're asking about to even be lying necessarily, if that makes sense.
This man has no idea what we're looking for. Jaco, let's just go. And let's be quite careful on these premises.
Jaco's gonna walk up to the desk and go, I apologize, we never got your
Oh, my name is Mogdum, Overseer Mogdum, uh, a uh, rival and contemporary uh, of. Hmm, he'll sort of like measure he'll like take stock of you.
I'm
And
being weighed and measured right now.
yeah, and he'll say, well, I don't know if you so much would care. And that's quite all right.
And
But
says one
you,
would not care.
you don't. Are you a consumer of the arts? Do you respect the acts of artifice? Do you follow any notable individuals who do such things?
Jaco is going to turn back, look at Ava, and make sure like he turns enough so it looks like he's appraising Ava, but he's going to look at Ava and go, "I'm sorry," and like mouth it. He goes, "I'm sorry. Go with it."
Oh boy.
And he turns back and goes, "The art of you not see who I have with me."
Ava looks intimidating.
You not
Stands
see.
there,
You
stances
not
up.
see the masterpiece of mix of blood and metal.
Can't say that I do.
Are you sure you know?
Well, well played. Contemporary to Thessalar, Nolzer. Names ring any bells?
I've heard of the first one.
Any history that Jacob would know this?
Um, go ahead and roll a history check.
Let's go +1.
Ooh.
Fuck my life.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Fuck your life.
16.
So you would know the second name, Nolzer, famous for the magical paints that can be used to kind of like give form to things.
Like the
Oh, I
like
love them
the what they
Nolzer's marvelous pigments.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember and I remember. I have thoroughly studied about the pigments.
Oh. Well, then you will quite enjoy our entrance hall.
And he look back at Savan and be like, "You did mention also study the first name. All right."
My cousin did.
Yes.
Have they left the shack?
Ah, we still
They're
in the
like,
show.
We're still
okay.
inside that room.
Yeah, so it's the rightmost archway, and there's just like a room inside of it and nothing else.
I personally am not a purveyor of the arts. Um, just have family that is. So, purpose, not for me.
Well, it's quite all right. You do seem as though you are traveling with someone who does appreciate it, and I could only be so happy to afford access to what we're building here to someone who can truly appreciate it. Please look for what it is that you came here for.
I'm trying to think if Jacob would
I
like
guess.
see if there's a backhanded.
Oh, there's a backhand.
There's
Oh, there was
he already
such a
knows it's the
backhand.
backhand, but he keeps trying to pinpoint it. That's what he's doing.
He's a slimy car salesman.
Bro, that he really does look like it. Like, swear to God. Jacob's going to because he's at the desk. He's going to just hand over and grab the tickets, or the tickets, and he's going to feel their energy go. Great work, and we'll let you know if we find anything.
Would appreciate it because I'd like to know who it was who brought it on site if it turns out to be something that could cause problems.
Of course.
We'll be happy to take it off your hands if that's the case.
Yeah, of course.
As Jacob walks back, he's going to hand the tickets to Vaughn, and he's going to look back and go, "You happen to have a place where bones are laying of unfortunate accidents?"
Oh, well, he sort of like motions out at the at like the tree line that that you all came from, like beyond the cleared area in front of where all of the work is happening, and he'll say, "You will walk through one of the largest sources of such a thing. Walk but 20 yards that way. Grab a stick, poke in the water. I'm sure you'll find something."
Told
And
you I
we-
stepped on a rib cage.
Jacob will not go. I appreciate that. I hope it's not. Care to have more reliable.
Oh, it's quite understandable.
Back. And Jacob.
Wonderful. And he turns back around and goes back to minding his sharply drawn architectural uh, drawings as you exit the overseer's little office there and back out into the worksite with the stone cutting dwarfs and the umber hulks hauling those bricks. What would you like to do?
Hi guys. Hey, I'm back. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
didn't know that everyone in the camp was friendly.
Oh,
I've just been
Jesus.
hanging out.
do you Eric Genasi have such light feet all the time?
Yes.
Oh
Um,
my god.
oh, I mean, not really. I do just hate walking, so I levitate a lot.
Jacob's gonna lead them away towards the water, and as soon as he knows he's out of earshot, he's going to turn and look at Ava and go, "I'm so sorry. I it was the only thing I could think of because he made the comment about the artifice and stuff. I'm so sorry."
Uh-huh.
It worked, and I tried to make you look awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I'm sorry.
You're lucky you're cute.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I've gotten out of trouble with that too. And he turns back and walks it towards the water, and
Yeah.
he's gonna scan to see if there's any bones, like to see if he sees like two different piles, and he'll cast animate dead for to get two skeletons.
Okay, easy enough. Two skeletons will rise up out of the bog, um, dripping wet with sort of the refuse of the swamp hanging from betwixt the ribs and in
Ew.
between the tibula and fibula. They're not the prettiest skeletons, we'll say
But
that.
they're metal.
They get out of the water. He prestidigitates all that. He goes, "We don't need that."
Oh, that was adding a bit of ambiance.
He was adding a bit of the smell.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So he looks at Vector. Have 3 tickets that stops traps from working, but I don't trust them. Oh, he points to Savan. Sorry, he doesn't have them.
And
Savan has them.
Siobhan holds him up. No, I would not trust that man as far as I could throw him. He'd probably sell me a
Thank you,
carriage with a
Katie.
bum wheel.
Carriages. I love carriages. Why would he sell you a carriage with a bum wheel?
No, I'm saying that as like a measure of his character. Like
Oh,
he's a
yes, yes.
He's shady.
Why so slip like to a fair or
What?
What are you trying to say?
are they admission tickets?
no. So essentially, apparently, if we hold them, then we'll be able to get through whatever is they're building here without getting hurt too bad.
They they
Hopefully.
they know the traps that have made or something like that to make sure they don't go off. But it just I don't
Interesting.
but I don't trust it. If anything, they look like they're just a one-time use. If we go through something, we're fucked. Can't get back out.
Got it. I didn't expect this level of
Cordality.
yeah, professionalism.
All no different back then.
Maybe. Um,
To be fair to Vector, her own family tried to kill her. So a little bit of a different situation.
The other family.
okay. So we just go in, get your item, and leave. Wow.
And what do you? Not where you're supposed to be.
No, I undershot. I will just find someone and talk to them until I get the information I want. I'll wrap
No,
that up after you guys head out.
are you not going to join us?
No, I am, but not when you go home.
Oh no, I was
Like when
talking
you
about you
leave.
said you were going to sit here and talk with someone. I was assuming you're not going to join us in the dungeony bits.
Oh, I'm for sure joining with the dungeony bits. This, uh, uh,
That's your baby brother right
pass
there.
one, Jago. Two, this is. I mean, even if I didn't have a vendetta against the guy, this is a like once in a lifetime opportunity. Of course, I'm coming in.
What'd you say?
I said
Vendetta,
a lot of words.
vendetta against who?
This guy,
Sock
Vecna.
puppet.
Ooh. The
Oh,
baby star,
Vecna.
if you will.
Yeah, I don't. It's don't like saying it out loud. Uh,
Like
Vecna.
Voldemort. These damn liches and their V names.
So
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll get in there and see what happens.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, let's go. We head towards the entrance then?
Sure thing you do. You head back into the worksite, walking past the gruff stonecutters, tossing you glances, and the fairly sedated Umber Hulks carrying the large blocks into the central entrance of the work site. And as you approach that central entrance and peer down the hallway, you see about 6 to 7 um, painters. Um, all of them what most of you would know to be tieflings, painting a long and large tableau along the walls. Um, on the floor, there are large open pits interspersed, and interspersed along the floor, and there are sort of like chuck horses to stop the painters from falling into these various pits. It does seem as though safety is quite the concern here, and
Great.
that is where we will pick back up next time. Uh,
Ooh.
On
with
Dice and Dynamics.
on Dice and Dynamics. I was about to say on Dragon Ball Z, and I realized that we're not that program actually. So join us again next week.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We will
Yay.
see you
Bye,
guys later.
everybody.
Bye bye.
Mwah.
Bye.